We are on Challah, Perek Gimel Mishnah Bet, second Mishnah in the third chapter of Challah. So we're talking about the process of making dough. In the last Mishnah, we talked about when does dough become dough for the purposes of Challah. And we realized that there are different stages in the process. There's the process of the mixing, exactly when you make the dough, and then there's when you put in the water, and then the process of the mixing, and then when it becomes actually dough itself. Okay, so our Mishnah is wondering, what about Tumah? What if it becomes Tamei? Or we're going to see in Terumah also. So we know that if that dough that is Tamei or flour is Tamei, recall, is a mixture of Terumah fell into the flour, and it's not batel because there's not 1 to 100 mixture. So I have flour that's Tamei. So flour that's Tamei is patur from Challah. We've learned that before. I'm sorry, Tamei is patur from Challah. Okay, but what happens if I have regular flour and I mixed the water, but then Terumah flour fell in and it became Tamei? So then, is that considered already dough? It's already dough, and therefore it was once chayav and now it's chayav? Or on the other end, do we say no? Since it's not gilgilah, therefore it only becomes chayav and chalav from the time that it's mitgalgilah. Says the Mishnah, nidma'a. This is exactly our question. Nidma'a isata. If the dough becomes Tamei, i.e., Terumah flour or Terumah whatever is mixed into the dough, ad shelo gilgalah, before it became gilgalah, remember from galgal, rounded out, then ptura, then it's exempt. Why? Shehamiduma patur, because as we've learned before, Tamei is chayevet. Okay, so if Terumah fell in before it became rounded, meaning even after I poured in the water, then I poured in the flour, because we learned before you could take off, we learned in the last Mishnah, that you could take off Terumah even though you haven't been nidgalgel. Nonetheless, in the case of Tamei, nidma'a ad shelo nidgalgela ptura. Why? Shehamiduma patur, because Tamei is patur. But umishagil gila. But if I already made the dough, it's already a round piece of dough. Can you see me? It's already a round piece of dough. And then Terumah fell in and made it Tamei, then chayevet. Then it's our chayev. Why? Says the Bartenura. The kevan din chayeva b'chala kvar, since you already chayev in chala, tu lo paka ayedei dimua. The subsequent dimua didn't remove the chiyuv chala. Tu lo paka. It's not removed the chiyuv chala through its dimua. What about tumah, as we started with? Nolad la safek tumah. What happens if you have safek tumah? So we'll see. Ad shelo gilgila. If the safek tumah came before it was nidgalgel, then te'aseh b'tumah. Okay, then you should do it when it's tamei. Why? Because since the Kohen can't eat it, because he says, "Kevan afilu im taseh b'tahara." It doesn't matter, even if you did it when it was tahor. En Kohen rashai la'ochla mipnei safek shenolad ba. Since the Kohen can't eat it, the safek has a safek. Yachol l'tamot biyad. Kodem gilgo. You can even make it tamei. A tamei person can finish the dough. But umisha gilgila. I already made the dough, and now it's chayav and challah. Do I take off? So now, something Tamei might have touched it and might not have touched it. An animal came in, I don't know, whatever, a sheretz, okay? Then, if the sheretz came in after Misha Galgala, te'aseh b'tahara. Im nolad b'hasafek s'zer bartunor la'achar al gilgul, asu le'tamota. If the safek is once you've already have the bound piece of dough, you can't make it tamei. The chulim hatvulim l'chala kechala adamu, because the chulim that's ready for tamah is chala. It's like chala itself. U'truma tluya tzricha shimur. And it's possible Terumah, since it might actually be like, since he has a din of Terumah itself, then you can't say, oh, it's safek tumah and the Kohen can't eat it. You have to treat it like Terumah, and therefore it requires shimur, guarding, i.e. you have to continue to treat it, even though it's a safek tumah, you have to continue to treat it like it's tahor. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, email me at arspoter@gmail.com, and we'll dedicate the learning of this mission to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yisrael Kalman. Have a good day. Have a good